my name is Lisa Grace and this is Nailchemy's YouTube channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. Right, we got a lot of things going on with this nail. A lot of things. Let's zoom in a bit. Right, so coming in with our nail prep and our Ultra Bond Platinum. I need to get some more of this stuff. I've used it lots, obviously, but then I did also spill it, which I did cry a little bit. My soul left my body as I saw it spill all over the desk. No! It's never the crap stuff you spill, is it? It's always the really good stuff. Right, so this is first autumn nail for this year, which pains me because we're actually the first week of summer, but you know, we've got to film these things ahead. So I feel like I'm betraying summer today. But hey ho. Right, so we are going to be using, what have we got here? Rogue. I believe this is from the Touch of Darkness collection, and we're also going to be using Blossom from the Core Powders, just for a little bit of background colour on that one. Where's my monomer? There. Where's my acrylic brush? There. I think we're good to go. Right, I need a very thin clear base down. Just a little one. So teeny tiny bead. Oh, Max. He's on street patrol today. Make sure nobody breaks in and burgles us. Not that he'd do anything about it.
Give her an ear nuzzle and sit on them.
Just lick them to death, wouldn't he? Bless him. Bless him. Yeah, for such a big dog, he's bloody useless. Okay, what was this one called? Rogue. Right, so I'm going to split this down the nail. So half the nail is going to be Rogue. And then we'll do some fancy stuff on the other side. So I'm going to build this up in sections. So just aiming for half of the nail in Rogue. Don't worry about getting it too perfect up at the cuticle because we are going to be covering it up. And I'm just going to use my brush just to semi-start getting a nice straight line in there. If you've got a blunt craft tool or a knife, craft knife or a nail knife, you can use that, or a little bit of dental floss. But we are going to be adding crystals down the centre of this nail as well, so don't stress about this line being too perfect. Because it's okay. It's all going to get covered up. Just focus more on getting a nice dense colour.
This is a lovely colour.
So pretty, isn't it? I really like the Touch of Darkness collection. I think that's the only thing I like about summer being over. All of these colours come out. You know, I'm not... Now, I've said this quite a few times over the last few days. Fully aware that I've got 10 bright neon nails on. This was purely just because I wanted to see what the new colours were like. But I'm not about bright colours.
Unless it's blue.
I'll do like a bright blue. But yeah, I like my dark colours. There's a little bit of a goth in me somewhere. And I love her. I love my inner goth.
You don't keep her that well hidden.
No.
Whereas I'm definitely more of your bubblegum pink.
Oh yes, you are super girly. Why are we friends?
Because opposites attract, my love.
We couldn't be any more opposite, could we, really, in terms of our...
I don't know. I do stray into the The rock chick.
You try to, and then you end up giving me whatever you've bought, like those boats. You bought those really rocky boats.
Yeah, but I had 2 pairs.
You give them to me.
So I gave you a pair and I kept the other pair. Plus the ones that you had were minging, so it was like, she needs new boots.
Which ones was those?
I don't know, but you'd wore a really nice pair of boots dog walking and they got wrecked, so it was like,
oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, that's all I ever do. Nails and dog walking, so everything gets wrecked. Right, just mind that out of the way 1 second, son. Right, so I've dusted off my maple leaf glitters. We're going to throw some of these in today. I think, I know, they're so pretty. Should we go copper and gold or copper and red? What would you like, Sam?
Copper and gold.
Copper and gold.
Just a little bit, just a little bit of summer left before we have to go into the reds. I mean, come on, you know I do like I like a good burgundy.
That's a lovely burgundy as well, isn't it? So, oh, sorry. Let's fish a couple of these out. And then put the lid on, because you know what I'm like for spilling stuff.
Oh, she'll chuck them at me.
So these are a real decent size. They are quite big. So you never need many. And I'm going to chop a couple of them in half as well. Yeah, sneezes mush. Okay, right. Teeny tiny little scissors. I am readjusting to life with nails again. You know, I've gone 3 months without having nails on.
I know.
3 months. And I was disgusted with myself as well, I'm not going to lie. 3 months. You think before COVID you'd have never seen me without nails. Never. So yeah, it's a bit of a shock to the system coming back to long stilettos. But it's a pleasant shock to the system. Okay, so I'm going to use my clear acrylic to adhere these. Again, being mindful of how many layers we're building up. Make sure you're keeping it thin. So, Max, no. Mummy's filming. Hush your gums. So mardy. So, I'm going to pop these in that wet acrylic. Thought I had a spider on me back then, but it wasn't. It was my hair tickling me. Panic over.
I get that when I get into bed. It's like, oh, what's that tickling me? Oh, please don't let there be a spider in my bed. It's just always my hair.
To pin you down. Squash you down a little bit. Right, so I need to tend to that big one up top, but what I'm going to do is just, well, it's a fly. I knew something was on me. I keep forgetting I've had all my hair chopped off, and I keep forgetting it doesn't go down my back anymore. Go away, bloody fly. Get it, Max, eat it. Right, let's just get these ones secured, and then we'll pin that big one down separately. Just using a little bit just to hold these down. So the nail's still nice and thin. And then what we're going to do is get a blob and dry it out. Really drain the back of your bead. Pop that over and under, so the little bits where it's sticking up, get that over and under, and then we'll wait for that to start setting, and when it's nearly set then we'll give it a good poke and a squash and smush it down and hold it into place. If not, we'll just paint the nail black and call it a day. No, we shan't be doing that. We shan't be doing that, but we'll give that. So obviously we don't want it completely set, but we want it almost set. Oh, I'm not going to faff around putting 2 leaves back in a pot. It's just pretty dust for the floor, isn't it? Right, we are at a benefit because it is so warm in here. This, can you see how quickly that's gone matte and is set up? So I can press that in now. Really squash that down.
About the goth in you. Did you know that Kate Bush had got back to #1 with
running
up that hill?
Running up that hill. Yeah, mind you, you seem to forget, Sam. I'm considerably younger than you.
But I do know because we have had the
oh, we
conversation.
had Babushka, yeah.
We've had the conversation about both enjoying.
So to be honest, I'd never heard Running Up the Hill. There was only Babushka and Rubber Band Girl, and did she do the Wuthering Heights one?
She did.
Yeah,
Heathcliff,
so
it's me, I'm Kathy.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd never heard that song. But yeah, well done, that girl. Right, so that has now, it's pinned that side down.
Powers of TikTok, eh?
Yeah. Well, isn't it a Stranger Things thing? I've never seen Stranger Things.
I think it's been on there.
Yeah, I've never seen Stranger Things. Which people normally gasp when I say that.
I've never watched one episode, I'll be honest with you.
No.
You know, I'm more of a Below Deck and a Project Runway type.
Yeah,
of
you
girl.
like your reality shows, don't you? Please tell me you're not watching Love Island. You are, aren't you?
It's on in the back.
Oh,
it's on in the background,
Sam.
but I'm not invested in it like I have been in other
Sam.
years.
Disgusted in you. I'm sorry, I'm not a fan. Not a fan. Never have been. I don't need anybody else giving me more self-esteem issues. Oh dear. I don't think I'd eat for a week if I watched it. I'd starve myself. And I like my food and I don't want to starve myself.
I usually watching it with a packet of crisps.
I saw something on Facebook the other day and someone was saying they're going to create a new show called Chub Island. I was like, yeah, I could go on
watch
it.
that.
Well, I can't go on it. I'm married, aren't I? So, sorry, hubby. I'm going on Chub Island.
Yeah, but it might not be a love show. It might
Well,
just
it would be, wouldn't it? You're not going to have a Chub Island show for fat married people to go on, are you?
Why can't they have a show on an island in the sun where they teach you how to barbecue properly?
It
All
should
about
just
food.
be, we're going to let you
Food
come on
and
this beach
fashion.
and just sunbathe all week.
Yeah.
I'd go on that show. Yeah, I'd go on that show.
Have competitions, see how many sangrias you can down in one day before you fall over or
Yeah,
puke.
I don't think they'd be all for promoting getting drunk though, would they? Right, anyway, nails, that's what we're here for, Sam. I'm going to let this set and then we'll give it a file and then we'll start doing some amusing things on top. Okay, so we are all filed up and we've just had a quick buff. So I'm going to come in now with my top coat.
Is this the non-white?
Non-white top coat. Oh, I love that colour so much.
I do really like that brown. It's bordering on a burgundy, isn't it?
Yeah. Look at those leaves. Okay, throw that in the lamp for me, please, Sam. Right, I'm going to be doing a pretty rose at the top of the nail. So I'm going to be using the Mini 3D brush. And also from the Touch of Darkness collection, I'm going to be using Aspen and Irina. So,
oh, look at those colours.
so I'm going to be dipping into Irina first. So, a bit of Irina and then into Aspen. Just going to let that settle on my brush. And then we can pop that down. So we're going to get both of the colours coming through on this. So I'm just going to fan this out a little bit and start squashing that out. So that's going to be our first petal. So we're just kind of doing half a rose up around the cuticle. If you want to, you can whitewash a little bit. Whitewash, what am I on about? You can wash a little bit of extra colour on there. Most of that orange got hidden under the yellow, so same again. I'm going to pop that over here and start pressing that out, just overlapping it ever so slightly. And then let's go in again, same order, Irina and then into Aspen. Put that smack bang in the centre there. Just going to make it a slight oblong shape. And I'm just going to let that set for a second. I'm just going to work my brush into a point, real nice. Hopefully you can see that, real nice point. And then I'm going to split it about here. And come in nice 90-degree angle and create a spiral in that like that. Can you see? And then keeping my brush at a nice angle, we're just going to start pulling that out. Careful not to get this on the cuticle. But you've got a nice bit of time to really work with that and manipulate it and pull it out. It stays a nice workable consistency for a good amount of time, so you can really tweak it and work it. What do you think of that, Sam? Is that cute?
Yeah.
Right, so to finish off this nail, let's get some bling on here. Some pretty bling. So I'm only going to use dinky crystals, so I can get away with just using my top coat for this. So I'm just going to take a bit of top coat down the centre of the nail. And I've got the gold and silver crystals, and I'm going to be using the smallest gold ones. They're teeny tiny ones. Where did I put my crystal picker? I thought I'd put it away, but I don't think I have. It's not like, oh, there it is. It's not like me to put things away, I know. So just starting at the top, and this is where we're going to cover that line. You don't have to, but any opportunity for a bit of bling, I'm all in. And these gold crystals are so pretty. 2 on there. 1, 2. Nope, flipped that one. Let's get rid of that one. Once you get top coat on the top of the crystal, it just dulls it. Some fluff on me thing. Right, let's get these nice and straight. This is where the concentration face comes out. I'm glad you can't see that on camera. Sometimes the tongue sticks out. Are we happy with that? Right, so before that goes into the lamp, we're just going to top coat this again, very carefully butting up to those crystals. Careful not to move any of them. But by butting up to them, it's just going to hold them in place. Right, pop that in the lamp for me, please, Sam. And there you go. I'm coming in with the bubblegum elixir cuticle oil. Put some of that in there. Oh, I really like that, Sam. I feel a little bit better about doing an autumn nail now because it's so pretty. There you go.
So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Don't forget to give us a little thumbs up, hit like on that video, drop any comments that you've got down in the comment section below, and more importantly, make sure you hit subscribe so that you get a notification for all of our future videos. All of the products that I've used today you can find on our website, which is nailchemy.co.uk, and I will see you in the next video.